My grandma just texts me out of the blue. She goes like this, like, "Oh, who's got some of those? I found it on Nextdoor."
Mama and baby.
Just a random picture of cats she found. Yay! Hello, everybody. Welcome to Twink Twank Twunk.
Yeah.
Kind of just say, almost a month until Pride Month.
Almost
a month.
Happy almost Pride Month, camera 2. And let me tell you, Zach, it feels like a month until Pride Month. Like usually throughout the year, it's fully a bit. Like happy almost Pride Month, but I am ankle deep.
You are almost there. You are getting down to the wire.
We're shooting. We just did our first shoot. It took 7 hours from when I got up to when we wrapped. And this one wasn't even like a all done on location type shoot, so we had to do another shoot for it. I'm getting 3 TikToks, 1 Snapchat, 1 music video for YouTube, 1 condensed version for Instagram. I'm getting a behind the scenes video to go up the next month on YouTube. I'm getting an Instagram photo shoot.
You are booked.
And that's for every color. So times that by 7. It's a lot of thinking. It's just like a lot of thinking to get it all right.
You have a spreadsheet in Excel?
I have a notebook. I'm old school.
You should digitize it.
I don't want to digitize.
Excel spreadsheets
You
are
love
so sexy. Fun fact, when I was in college, I didn't want to like diary or journal. So what I did, I just made a giant spreadsheet where I checked boxes of
this is kind of iconic.
Did I drink today? Ooh, did I work out today? Ooh, did I do this today? And then I would go through, and the idea was I would get a bunch of data, and then I would rank my day. So the idea was I'd make like a pivot table, right? And I would see, whenever I do certain things, I have a better chance of having a better day. And I didn't get enough data to...
Wait, let's break it down. So the things that mattered to you were whether or not you consumed alcohol.
Okay, so I
saw the table. There were only like five
No,
columns.
if I worked out...
So 20% of Zach's happiness was contingent on alcohol consumption?
Well, actually, it was more like, how many did I drink? So it wasn't like yes or no. It was more like how much it was. In many days...
It was a quantity thing?
It was a quantity thing, yeah. You can do all kinds of stuff in Excel.
But you don't have the satisfaction. What is the equivalent of the satisfaction of crossing something out?
You press delete.
Oh no, that's not going to cut it for me. I would never do anything.
Or you can highlight it really cool. Or you can do a VLOOKUP and like look up what you did and say VLOOKUP, the thing, highlight. And then you press enter and it finds it and highlights it for you.
VLOOKUP? Why V?
Actually, I used VLOOKUP incorrectly there. If you know how to use Excel, but I don't.
You're not representing your community well.
I'm just throwing out programs. I'm having fun.
Sorry to all the Megan Lees at home. Did McKenna tell you something? McKenna, one of our Patreon subscribers. Hi, McKenna.
Hi, McKenna.
She told me something really funny. She said there should be a Patreon like add-on where like if people pay like an extra fee, we reveal every week who all the Megan Lees are in the episode. So like our Patreon subscribers can get like the list, like at timestamp 3 minute and 14 second, this Megan Lee was. So they can get all the behind the scenes tea. That's kind of funny, right?
I want to pay money to reveal the one Megan Lee with the dog chew toy that gave them a rash. But I shan't, because I respect the rules of the Patreon.
We just sent out 2 stickers.
I know, very exciting.
What did you go ahead.
We should introduce ourselves first, because we always forget. Hello, my loyal Twink Twunk watchers. I am Zach. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, if you will. Singer, songwriter, philanthropist, dancer, lover, most importantly, a friend. That's all.
Hi, I'm DIVOS, a capitalistic pig.
Oink, oink.
Oink, 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 oink.
You want some slop?
Oink. Look at those nostrils, baby. I kind of have a thing where I really like to... There's nothing in my nose. I don't want nose hairs.
No nose hairs?
No.
You have none?
No.
That's impressive, actually, Dwight. Mm-hmm. For our audio listeners, Devin has no nose hair. DIVOS has no nose hairs. I don't think I have that many, though.
They're blonde, so you're lucky. But I don't like nose hairs. I really think they shouldn't be there. Luckily, I don't grow them, so I don't have to worry about it. But
naturally.
all I want to talk about is Coachella, but I feel like we should talk about something else because we haven't gone yet.
I have something fun to tell you about, actually.
Okay.
So we went surfing, or I went surfing with our roommate Megan Lee earlier today. First off, I wasn't very. It was like my first time surfing in like 3 months. I wasn't very good, but I have this really funny way I surf that I think you'll really appreciate. At the very ends of the session, the way I'll come in is I'll catch a wave, then I'll shift my legs, so I'm sitting on my butt on the board with my feet like this. I pretend like I'm driving a car. And if I'm ever going by people, I'll go beep beep, get out of the way. I just kind of steer the board in.
It's like your taunt in Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the DIVOS equivalent would be to stand up on the board, face the beach, and go like that.
That's excellent.
I want to end all my numbers like that from now on.
Do it again.
This top is like a little loose. You arm roll and you look over the back shoulder like that.
Whip it out next.
I do. I try to end my numbers like that now. You haven't seen me perform recently.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Well, what's my next performance? The Cell Block Tango. Do you know that song?
No.
So when I was
yes. That's the one that goes like the mash, the Cell Block Tango mash.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. So when I was at UCLA, I was on this comedy group across campus, and we were gonna do a version of the Cell Block Tango. What it is, it's like 6 women in jail. And they're talking about like why they murdered their husbands allegedly, yes.
Is that the one that goes, he had it coming, Papa, he had it coming, Papa.
He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, Papa, if you'd have seen it, check out, I think that you would have done the same.
I am familiar.
Yeah. So I'm doing that. I'm really excited. I'm going to bring a plank of wood and glue or Velcro, I think, 4 wig heads onto the plank. And then I'm going to whip off the wigs and put on a new one for each character.
Oh, that's really fun.
I only have time to do 5 out of the 6, but I think it's going to be really fun.
So you have it elevated and the plank kind of on a stand in the middle.
You know how Mary's is like a little bar right by where you start the performance? So I'm just going to put it on. I'm going to walk out and put it on there.
It's like you just survived a house fire.
So we have a friend, Megan Lee, who... We worked over the summer together. I mean, it was like a housing situation. We were like all living together, which means like we had a ton of time to do like the dumbest things possible. And one time we were just like playing like a silly game. It's like, drink your beverage like you just won the Super Bowl. So we like all cheersed really hard and like the liquid flew into the air. Or like drink your drink like you're like sneaking vodka in the middle of a midterm. And so you're like, you know, like something like that.
Have you ever
out of a water bottle?
Have you ever stuck vodka in the middle of midterm?
Oh God. No. No.
Never.
No.
Never. Cognitive science? No.
So we're like all giggling, right? We're like all like kiki kaka. And then our friend Megan Lee, kiki kaka.
Kiki kaka.
Wada wada bing bang. And hee hee hee, ha ha.
Ho ho.
Big door.
Go.
Waka waka.
Wak wak wak.
Zombina, hey.
Hubba hubba hubba.
And our friend looks at us and he goes, drink like you just survived a house fire. And we were like, what? He's like, you know, like you just survived a house fire. We're like, no, what are you talking about? But get this, you're actually going to get this reference. I didn't think I would get the reference. So it's like, I've just been evacuated from the firefighters. And they have one of those like emergency blankets over your shoulder.
They're like reflective ones.
The reflective ones. And they're like, here's some hot chocolate. And so you're like.
But your hands are like shaking a little bit, you know, like.
Right? That's not like that crazy of a reference.
No, I can imagine someone in my mind sitting on the edge of an ambulance.
It's like a reference that makes sense. Like, oh, that's how you would do that.
Like with 2 hands to make sure you don't spill, you know?
Right.
A shock and adrenaline's a thing.
Shock and adrenaline. Those Gatorade water bottles that you have to squeeze and like aim it into your mouth.
Oh, I love them. Oh, what was your favorite post like soccer game snack?
Chicken Caesar salad.
I mean, like
with
on
no cheese.
I mean, like on the sidelines, like your grandparents or your parents would bring you.
Oh.
They bring you chicken Caesar salad.
Chicken Caesar. Well, can I say something kind of shady?
Sure.
Honestly, if you were like good at soccer, like that was like a house league thing. like my travel soccer teams, like we took ourselves too seriously to get snacks, which in retrospect, that's not fun, but that's how it was.
Wait, so you got
we were
no orange slices?
Yeah, our coach was like, boys, we need to talk. And he's like, was really serious. And we like just at halftime, like we all sat in a circle and we either like, he was either like good job or he was like roasting, like, you know, telling us what we did wrong.
Well, after the game then?
It was like it was never, there was no snacks.
See, really?
Yeah.
Sports.
My coaches would be so proud.
Would they be?
No.
Not at all.
No.
I've heard some of the quotes.
My first ever Pride Month post. The first year I did the series, I did like a quote from my life on each of the colors because I don't know. That's just like what I needed to do that year. And it's a quote from my travel soccer coach that I had for like 6 years. And like the last thing he ever said to us at the last soccer game, he's like, boys, like this experience, like watching you grow up, I'm just like so proud of you. Just go out there in the world, no matter what you do, like I'm gonna be so proud of you. As long as you're not gay. He literally closed like his entire chapter with us with as long as you're not gay. Isn't that crazy?
What a terrible note to end it on.
It was supposed to be a joke, but like that was like his final line. Jeez. As long as you're not gay. And everyone's like, oh God.
So this man that could have been like such a pivotal figure in your life is now just like, well,
he kind of was, and then I just don't care, you know.
No, but it's like, what? I don't know. That is just obviously absurd to me, but like, ugh.
I know.
What a gross thing to say.
I was really good at it, and it was fun to win. My last travel soccer game, we tied the second best team in the country.
That is cool. Which makes you the second best team in the country.
On par.
On par. Sorry, on par.
On par, which is a golf reference, Kimber, too. Soccer to golf.
DIVOS knows sports. DIVOS
yeah,
knows
a lot of references. And actually, talking about my childhood home, Zach did something this weekend that is a very unique experience that we now share. But I think a lot of people probably have something similar.
I think like 25% of people on the West Coast. I visited family in the East Coast over this past weekend. DIVOS is saying, now you know what I go through, because he flies home like every other weekend to see his family, or so it seems.
Okay, so what I'm saying is Zach had to leave on a Thursday night, so he kind of took a day off working from home, but he got there with the jet lag, then had to do a work day, right? Remote.
I definitely worked there remote. That's true.
Then you're exhausted for that Friday. Saturday, you're like kind of in the vibe, and then you leave on Sunday. It's like brutal. It was tough. Although
Saturday was pretty pleasant. We went to a pig pickin', which if anyone is from North Carolina, if anyone isn't from North Carolina, basically what a pig pickin' is, in a perfect world, they take a pig, they put it on a spit, and like rotate it over a fire. Kind of like classic. I feel like a lot of cultures do that. The reason it's called a pig pickin' is this one guy wearing like black gloves stands over the pig. You just kind of walk up with your plate and you say, I want that meat, that meat, that meat. And he just like pulls it off the pig, puts it on your plate.
What do you mean by pull? I've heard you say pull.
Like the meat is so tender, it literally just like pulls off.
Imagine the acrylics going in.
No, like literally, yeah. It would be like
a handful of pork.
Like kind of tougher Play-Doh is a good way to think about it.
Tougher Play-Doh.
Yeah. Like not quite as soft as Play-Doh, but like, yeah, it's so tender you pick it off. You ever had ribs that just like falls off the bone?
That's so carnal.
It's very carnal. But
oh god.
Oh, dude, they have these things called hush puppies. It's kind of like fried cornbread, I think is the best way to describe it. But like a little bit of a sweeter recipe. And you boil them in a big vat of like oil. My mom...
some people call that frying.
Some people call it frying. some do. My mom has a story where she was at a pig picking once when I was very, very young. And she watched someone reach into where the hush puppies were in the oil, grab one, take a bite to test it. It was like, not done yet, and just throw it back in.
Oh my god. That's like an X-Men origin story. That's like supervillain.
That's a pig picking for you.
Metal, huh?
It was a lot of fun. When I was in North Carolina, the entire time, my dad was talking about the world famous Whirly Dig Park. Do you know what a Whirly Dig is?
No.
Nobody does. Exactly. It's a made up word. So we're like, okay, Dad, yeah, Whirly Dig Park. I just assumed it was like some crazy, stupid thing that he and his brothers thought up when they were living in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was like, no, like we can go to the Whirly Dig Park. I'm like, oh yeah. We're driving through my dad's old town. He's showing us all the old sites. And then we pull up. And lo and behold, there are street signs that say the historic Whirly Dig Park. you want to see what a whirly dig
Yes,
is? See
I
what a
cannot
whirly
wait
dig
to
is?
see
You
this.
want-
Wait, can I make up what I think it is?
Yes, you may.
I am picturing at playgrounds, you know how like there's like those like circles that are on like a rotating thing, and you can like get on there and like run around and spin it really fast.
That's what I thought too. That's what I was also
I'm envisioning
imagining.
lots of big ones, like community ones.
These are whirligigs. They're basically giant, intricate, like windmills. Intricate windmills is the best way to put it, I would say.
It looks like that How to Catch a Mouse game that you tried to play growing up. Mousetrap.
I loved Mousetrap.
I was babysitting a kid a couple years ago and he had it and I finally made it. I was like, engineer. I couldn't do it growing up. It was too hard.
It was. What was the point? Who won that game?
I don't think it was
I
really
think,
a game.
you just built it and then like it's like the whirligigs. We'll put a picture up of the whirligigs, and they're not what you're thinking.
Do you want to know my new favorite Instagram girl?
What?
I found her last night. She has collected every Lululemon garment. And she saved the tags. Expensive.
So she has
Rich.
dropped thousands of dollars.
And she knows the names of all the colors. So she has like the tags for all of the bags and the tags for all the shirts and the tags for all the leggings. And the videos are so short. She's like really wholesome and adorable. There's nothing to dislike. She's just like, okay, so what's the shirt? And she like shuffles the tags. She's like, okay, we're going to do obsidian black. And then what are we going to do for the bag today? And she's like, okay, we're going to do Kelly Green. And then she's like, I wonder what leggings are we going to wear? Crimson red. And then she shows the outfit and she has a little...
That's really cute.
And then the video's over.
That's really cute.
Yeah, she's kind of everything to me. She just had a kid. She had really cute content.
Aww.
Oh my god, guess what she did with her husband? She has this one little short. I'm like obsessed with her. Where it's a Polaroid of her and her husband on their 1-year anniversary, 2-year anniversary, 3-year anniversary, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a Polaroid from each anniversary. Isn't that really cute?
That's really cute.
Yeah, that's really cute. I'm gonna put her on the screen. I need simplicity right now.
You need something just calming.
I'm like begging for anything simple.
And grounding.
Grounding.
And just in simple. You want to make some chicken and rice later tonight?
Yeah, like literally that's
Some
kind of...
rice
I
and
literally
beans.
walked and got a rotisserie chicken today
Did
to
you?
calm myself down. I was like, that's the kind of simplistic... I like went to the post office and I went to the grocery store. I walked. I was like, I live in a community. Like, I'm so grounded. Meanwhile, I'm planning 7 different pride shoots at a pool. One is at a club. I'm like booking out like location. And then I'm also, doing the 2 jobs I actually have to do. I'm getting ready for Coachella. I'm editing this podcast. And then I'm trying to get the promos up. I'm making sure the stickers get out, making sure the artists are on time, making sure my artist for Pride Month is going to get it done, which I don't think he's going to get. There are still 2 outfits for Pride Series that have not been located for me. One's coming from London. One has not been started. It's completely up to me. I have a fitting for the black one coming up next. I haven't edited any of it because I don't have the footage yet, and that's all up to me as well. And I have to make sure that the camera quality is good because one of our photographers isn't coming to the shoot that we're doing in the desert on Wednesday. And I want to make sure that the photo qualities are on par because the red one is the first one and that's the one we're shooting in the desert. So I don't want to start off with a bad photo. I also have ideas for props, which involve woodworking. So I might have to go to Home Depot tomorrow. I'm not really good at going to Home Depot. Also, the dress I made, the sleeves don't go up to the arms correctly. So I don't want it to look like I have an unfinished dress for the first shoot of the Pride series. And I also just haven't gotten paid from UCLA, which is a new adventure that I'm trying to go on where I lecture at different universities to share my education of queer culture. And I just wish I had a collection of Lululemon.
But soon you can. Tag Lululemon in this video and please sponsor DIVOS. That's a lot of things to be listing out one after the other. Yeah.
Do you feel busy?
I feel very busy.
Really?
At all times.
Well, what are you busy with?
Well, it's just something to do with like I work from 7 to 5.
Okay.
It's just my work schedule. So I leave the house like 6:30. I get back at like 5:30 at the earliest, like 5:45. And it's not so much that I have like things. Well, I do have things to do after work, of course. But going to the grocery store kind of just encompasses the whole rest of my night.
Oh.
I have like one slot of things to do after work.
Wow, you feel like you have one activity you can do.
Pretty much, yeah. Like genuinely, I have to choose between like, do I go to a happy hour or do I go home and work out or do I like actually cook or do something else? Like genuinely, it's like one activity because I just don't have time for anything else.
Wow.
I know because if I want to start winding down like 9:30, it's only 4 hours.
Yeah.
know what you need? You need a spa day, Devin. That's what you need.
No, I just need an assistant. But
Actually, that would also help. How much? They can't be that much, can they?
I just want it to be good. Like, I'd want to hire one of our friends, and then I'd want to pay them well. Like, I don't want to be like someone that's like not paying their person well. Like, that's just not my vibe. I like to overpay people.
Would you want a friend as an assistant?
Yeah. Now, coming in with an advertisement, it's DIVOS and Zach of Twink Twank Twunk! Yes, their sticker wall is updated. We just sent out month 2, which was all the way up into our second Zach sticker.
The artist did me
iconic. He would do the same pose for you right now, but he's really busy. Check out the Patreon. It means us, like, we've been slowly adding people, so hi to all our new Patreon subscribers. It just, like, means a lot, and we put so much time and energy into this podcast, so. Anything to add?
Truly, it makes our week when someone subscribes and kind of spends their money on us. I mean, still insane to me, still mind-boggling. The Zach sticker is obviously fantastic. Hello. Divo stickers are beautiful as ever. So please subscribe and you can be a part of it. We hope to see you on the Patreon.
The link is on the screen.
On the screen? Yeah. Would I be a good assistant?
No, because you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So like you would do the job, but like you wouldn't go above and or beyond at all.
Well, no, I think I would because I like you, you know.
But like how much would I have to pay you for you to do that?
Well, there's the rub. I mean, you have to match my current salary.
Oh, that's it.
15 an hour. 10 an hour.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, my new assistant, Twink Lewis.
$20 a day and a bag of peanuts.
Wow, I know. And every third trip to McDonald's, you get a soda.
Oh, stop. Oh, actually, you know what's funny? You know how a lot of people are addicted to Diet Coke? So my grandma is like drinks so much Diet Coke. But a couple years ago, my friend Megan Lee, he told me that people drink Diet Coke because they used to drink like whiskey, like bullet whiskey. They used to be like addicted to bullet whiskey. So drinking Diet Coke was a good way to like not drink so much whiskey. And then in my mind, I was like, oh my God, my grandma is a badass. She drinks whiskey. She has to drink Diet Coke to not drink whiskey. And then I go to family dinner. I talk to my dad. I'm like, Dad, did you know that grandma drinks Diet Coke? Because like she drank whiskey all the time. And my dad goes, your grandma has never drank whiskey in her life. Like, that's not the case. She just loves Diet Coke, Zach. For like a sweet 2 weeks. I thought my grandma was like
whiskey slinging,
a hardened Southern woman, guns at her side, but in the holsters they're just more whiskey bottles.
Drink whiskey. My best friend's mom growing up, it was a Diet Coke thing. She also made a different cookie every day for dessert.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of cool, huh?
That is really cool.
But imagine consuming that many cookies. I don't know what they did.
I don't know. My mom's grandma or great aunts, one of the two, she would have like a bottle, like 2 bottles of wine every single day. And they had to be from this one vineyard.
Wait, who?
My mom's grandma.
Or 2 bottles of wine a day?
Maybe a bottle. Maybe just a bottle.
Have you seen the advertisement from Vogue from like the 60s where it's like, a correct woman's diet consists of 1 martini in the morning. Then she smokes 2 cigarettes. And then she begins to pour her Pinot Grigio. Like, it's literally just
I bet you she was skinny.
Snatch.
My great aunt, because that seems about right.
Okay.
She went on a trip once to like, I think she visited my grandma in America, and she literally like checked a whole suitcase just full of bottles of wine because they had to be from one vineyard in Europe where she lived. And she was very healthy. She lived till she was like 90, I think.
Do you know the vineyard? That'd be so fun to try wine from that vineyard.
That would.
You have to do that.
Be addicted.
Okay. Educate the straight quickly. We haven't done anything we were supposed to do.
We have done nothing yet.
Do you know who Bob Mackie is?
Yes. Actually, John Mackie invented McAfee Protection, the antivirus software that comes pre-downloaded on most Dell computers.
So close. Bob Mackie invented Velveeta mac and cheese.
Wait, seriously?
No. So this is like someone who like did a lot of Cher's most iconic looks, like very, very, very famous designer. So Violet Chachki was doing a closet sale, maybe while you were gone, and
I missed it.
You missed it. So I was like texting. I think Violet's dad was helping her do it, and I got a dress that she wore when she toured with Von Teese, who is like the person who really popularized burlesque. You know, have you ever seen pictures of someone in like a martini glass, like an oversized martini glass, like kicking water out of it? That's Von Teese. And then Bob Mackie, it's like a Batwing type look. So I'm going to use this to do my Cell Block Tango number at Hamburger Mary's coming up. But I literally had to text someone, sorry, like I'm running a little bit late. I'm waiting for Violet Chachki to get a Bob Mackie piece over to me. And I thought that was really cunt. That it was like a mix of like Violet Chachki and Bob Mackie. And that was just like what I was doing for my drag that day. So I just thought that was really cool. And I feel like designers are so do you know who's the first designer that inspired my drag? Do you remember? The Troy look, the colorful one.
Oh, no, I forget the
Cars movie.
Oh, Owen Wilson.
Alexander McQueen. I was trying to get you there. So now you know Alexander McQueen and you know Bob Mackie. That was Educate the Straight, a little fashion history.
That was a good Educate the Straights.
Yeah, just something fun. I'm just like, I think it's so cool that I have this.
No, I like it a lot. It very much reminds me of like a 50s, 60s, like just that the whole like cocktail dresses that when we wear at the time.
Yeah,
like that the beaded dresses. You know?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this collar out of rhinestone, like out of a piece of fabric, and then rhinestone it, so I can do the makeup of the clown and then wear the collar. I'm so excited to do that together.
All right, now it's time for my favorite segment, the bit of the week. Woo! Okay, this is one of my favorite bits I have ever done. I do it all the time.
Classic.
It's exactly what's classic. Whenever you are leaving a family member, a friend, really anybody, it doesn't matter if they're leaving, if you're leaving their home, if they are getting out of the car to walk 10 steps to their door, no matter what, you always say, get home safe.
Get home safe.
Get home safe. People are so taken aback the first time you do it as you leave their own home. They go,
it's so wholesome and adorable. Like all they have to do is close the door to get home safe, and you're like, "Get home safe." It's like really cute.
It's like, you can't get mad at it because like you asked them to get home safe.
Yeah, I've adopted it. It's adorable. Really, this is like such a good like girlfriend boyfriend meeting their parents for the first time. Yeah, it's like you're like leaving the parents' house. You're like, "Get home safe." They're like.
I think I did do that when I met Sarah.
Really? Yeah, literally so perfect. So.
It is one of the funniest, most consistent bits that I do in my life.
It speaks for itself.
It speaks for itself. Ding dong.
Easy. I wanted just to take a quick moment to acknowledge I am wearing an eyebrow today. West Hollywood has got to me. I'm not proud of it. What do you think?
I think you look excellent. I did notice it. Like your face. At first I didn't know why, but your face looked different from how I normally picture DIVOS looking. I was like, wait, DIVOS has an eyebrow.
A brow.
A lip and lash brow.
Time for Twink Twank Twunk of the week.
Twink Twank Twunk. I actually have one. My twunk is the Central Valley of California agriculture.
Just agriculture in general?
No, agriculture in the Central Valley of California, where they grow avocados and strawberries and mangoes and oranges.
Wow. That's twunk?
Well, it's very twunk.
Sounds fruity to me.
It's the backbone of the California economy.
Okay. That was so... It's the backbone of the California economy.
What's more twunk than a backbone?
My twunk is cuticle clipping. It scares me nearly half to death. So during manicures, you know that little line, the cuticle? People will go in and clip it off. So you can like see into your finger. It scared me to death as a kid. One of my substitute teachers always had her cuticles clipped, and then you could like see into her finger.
You can clip your cuticles?
Yeah. And it's like the height of glamour. I don't get it. I really don't. It makes me really nervous. So I think that's twunk.
I pushed them. I never clipped them before.
Right. I push them. I'm fine pushing them, but clipping, and then when you clip, you can like literally see into your finger. It's sick in the head. It's sick.
I'm totally gonna try that.
No.
I'm gonna do it over your bed as you sleep and wake you up to clip.
No. My twink is eyebrows. I don't think we need them.
Very twink.
Done.
Very twink.
Done.
My twink is sleep paralysis. It's like not so serious that's twunk. It's not so silly that's twink, but it's just twink enough that's like, ooh.
When's the last time you experienced this?
I had it once and only once. Actually, in fun fact, my sleep paralysis is like demon. When you have sleep paralysis, you have like a sleep paralysis demon where you're there, you can't move, like it's this like scary thing that comes in. Mine was our friends. Natalie Rose.
Patreon subscriber.
Oh, yes. Hi, Natalie. My sleep paralysis demon was Natalie Rose.
Yeah, wow.
Not in a scary way. Just like I was in my bed and she opened the door. And it was like, Zach, like, oh my gosh.
Stay sleeping.
I couldn't move or scream, but like, so it was scary because I was frozen, you know? Like, it was scary. But
My Twink and the pirate community, I'm so sorry to Blackbeard. I think it's rum. I think rum is Twink. Because I usually have fruity rum. Make like those like drinks you get at the beach. You make in like a pail. Yeah.
Pale?
Oh, you've never been to Myrtle Beach.
Oh, I've been to
Like a
Dirty.
sand
I've been
pail.
to Dirty Murdy.
So you put like pineapple rum, mango rum, banana rum, coconut rum, one dark rum, and then like orange juice, grenadine, pineapple juice, fruity, delicious.
Well, I've had these drinks. Yeah, yes.
And to me, it's very Twink. But I know pirates. I think that's what pirates used to drink. So I guess pirates are Twink too. Arg.
I guess they are. Those little hooks. Those little eye patch. What are you covering?
What are you covering?
Actually, do you know why they wore eye patches?
Why?
It was so they wore an eye patch in one eye, so that if it ever got dark, or like the candles went out, or they were attacked at night, they could switch the eye patch, and this eye wouldn't be adjusted to the darkness, so they could see really well out of that eye. So it was for night battles.
Is this true?
Yes, this is actually true.
Audio listeners, we're doing a late episode check-in. First of all, how are you? Second of all, I would like you to open up your nearest Wikipedia page, Google Pirate Eye Patch.
Pirate Eye Patch Y.
Pirate Eye Patch Y. And then your assignment for this week is to go ahead and write 3 to 5 paragraph essay on if the pirate eye patch was an important part of gender performance in pirates, if it was associated with masculinity or femininity, and then additionally, how did it evolve out of pirate culture into today's society? Was there a connection between eye patches and pirates and perhaps corsetry in women? Was there a connection between eye patches and pirates and perhaps cock rings?
My Twink of the week is actually travel themed, which is kind of fun. It's those neck pillows. that you wear on a
Neck pillows are
plane.
Twink.
Neck pillows are Twink. That's all she wrote?
And that's all she wrote. Thank you so much for coming this week. We hope you enjoyed our orange-themed episode. Why not? This is my 2023 Pride look.
And this is Devin's vest.
I've been jealous of Zach getting wear my like cool clothes like next to
Only
next to
sometimes.
DIVOS. Only sometimes. Zach's garments. I mean, wow. We should do a closet tour.
It'd be blown away.
Well, thank you for coming. We'll see you all next week.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Go home safe.